I'm going to read a prepared statement just to talk about some of the security that will be going on in Old Town and the arena area for this coming week and weekend. So first of all, let me just start by saying that we're really excited to have the tournament here. We're excited that Wichita was chosen, and knowing this, we've been preparing for months. Specifically in the event that we're going to have anywhere between 15 and 25,000 people in the arena and the arena area. We understand this brings an increase of people to the core area and around the area of the arena as well. And this poses some traffic and safety concerns. And we've had some people ask us about security. I will tell you, the Wichita Police Department's been working with multiple partners, including Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office, Sedgwick County EMS, Sedgwick County 911, the Wichita Fire Department, Intrust Bank Arena officials, NCAA officials, the U.S. Department of Justice, Sedgwick County Emergency Management and Civil Support to develop an operational plan so we can make sure that this event goes safely. The objective of our operational plan is to provide a safe and secure environment for the citizens who attend the tournament, as well as provide traffic control and other safety services. Our operational plan will be in effect during the times of the games and well into the late night and early morning hours, because we realize there'll be a lot of activities that go on in the Old Town area after the game. During the tournament, you'll see officers assigned to 2 different shifts. Officers will be in the area on foot, bicycle, vehicle, horseback, and even ATV. All these officers will be provided information to provide to citizens going to the games. And also we encourage anybody that sees any suspicious activity, please call 911 and report it. We will have several officers in the area. One shift will be approximately 30 and the second shift will be approximately 40. So having said that, is there any questions about security plans this week?
So you were talking about the 2 different shifts, 30 and 40 officers.
Yes.
What's the time frame and why specifically those 2?
Well, if it's okay with you, I'm not going to give the specific time plan. We think that might be a kind of an operational issue, but we'll have officers there during the games in the morning, and then we'll have officers during the evening games, and then those officers there for the evening games will stay in the Old Town area well into the evening. We're talking probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
What, if anything, is the hot team doing to move people out of the area, homeless people out of the area?
Well, keep in mind, being homeless is not a crime. So the hot team, just like all the other officers, are down there to make sure that people are obeying the law. If there's a crime being committed, we'll address that at that time.
Are you guys going to be doing any extra patrols around Basker Park or anything like that?
Well, we're assigning officers to the area. In fact, they're going to go through some training, and then once they're done with the training, that'll be a day prior to the event. They will go out into their patrol areas. We've kind of divided into 4 main patrol areas. You can get a close-up of that. The officers will go out and get familiar with the neighborhood, get familiar with the business owners and the residents in those areas. So one day will be committed to training, getting familiar with the area, and then Wednesday we'll start our operational plan. That's when we have the open practices, and the games will start Thursday and Friday.
Have you any collaboration with businesses around in terms of security and how you guys are going to handle that?
Well, we've been meeting with all of our partners, which include people from the area. We're not responsible for security at their events or the private businesses, but we are there to provide police and safety services for this core area. If a business wants to hire an officer part-time, they can do that. But I will tell you, a lot of our officers will already be assigned in that area.
I mean, more like if you guys have been giving them tips on how they can help you guys.
Repeat that again.
I mean, like tips that they can do to keep their crowds.
Well, with our Safe Bars initiative, these businesses know how to deal with their patrons, so they haven't come to us for any special advice or special enforcement.
How does this compare to like Riverfest? Is this one of your biggest undertakings?
Yeah, it is. In fact, we kind of liken this to Riverfest. The operational plan is very similar. We plan for a lot of different contingencies to provide a wide variety of services depending on the situation.
What about parking lots? Will you be monitoring those also?
Well, if you see, the officers are going to be equally divided into these zones, which includes parking. So they will also be patrolling those areas that provide parking.
Having collaborated with the NCAA, have you guys learned of some things that specifically might help out with the Wichita crowds? Any best practices, I guess?
Well, you know, we're used to doing big events like Riverfest, so really nothing new other than, you know, we've learned a little bit about the teams and, you know, how they like to be escorted to and from the venue. We know there might be some security concerns at the hotels, but the teams themselves have been planning for that.
And obviously, drinking and driving, one of the things that you guys want to deter. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, very, very much so. We want everybody to have a good time down in Old Town and the arena. We know that some of the special events in Old Town will be serving alcohol, so we encourage people to have a designated driver or call a ride-sharing service of some type. Do not drink and drive. That'll not only ruin your day, but could potentially kill somebody. So you also see the officers on the motor officers down there as well. So there'll be a lot of officers coming in and out of the area. So we're pretty excited to be a part of this, and the officers will have, like I said, information on them to help answer questions for people going to the venue, whether there's cameras allowed, things like that, security measures inside of Intrust. And of course, inside of Intrust, that is being ran by the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office.
What about the selling of tickets, scalping tickets? Is that something that you guys are going to be
They'll be on the lookout for that. Primarily, that would probably occur just outside Intrust Bank Arena. So if it's on the Intrust Bank Arena property, the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Department will be addressing that, probably more so than us.
And for the guests that are coming into Wichita that might not know our Wichita Police Department, can you just address attire you guys will be wearing? There's
Well,
two different types, right?
You know, we're in a transition period, right? And so I directed just a few days ago that they will be either in the blues or in the tans. They won't be in their you know, black tactical uniforms that you'd see a CRT, a community response team officer in. If they're in that type of uniform, it's because they're on temporary assignment for something else. Anything else? All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate Deputy Chief Livingston coming and giving an update just on the security as the NCAA tournament is arriving here this week in Wichita. Again, very excited. As he said, we've been working for several months with area partners to make sure we provide adequate security and safety for all those that can come and enjoy the tournament games here in Wichita. Two items I'm going to cover today in Interwatch is an aggravated robbery at a Burger King that occurred last night, approximately 11 o'clock. And then also just some information on the Lucas Hernandez case. We're going to ask continued information to come in, but we're going to refer people to call to our investigation section at 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers 267-2111. I'll get to that here in just a second. But first case, aggravated robbery at the Burger King 2100 block of West 21st Street North. This occurred last night at approximately 11 o'clock. Case number 15827. Sunday, March 11th, approximately 11 p.m., officers responded to an armed robbery call at the Burger King in the 2100 block of West 21st Street North. When officers arrived, they made contact with an 18-year-old male employee and also a 20-year-old female employee. They reported that an unknown suspect had walked up to the drive-up window, brandished a firearm, and demanded money. Money was given to the suspect, who then fled the area on foot. Fortunately, there were no injuries in this incident, and we're asking if anyone has any additional information on this case to please call our detectives 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers 267-2111. Suspect's an unknown black male, mid to late 30s. He had a brown and black mask and was wearing a green and tan camo jacket and was armed with a black handgun.
That was through the drive-up window, not in the store?
Correct. He had walked up to the drive-up window. Correct.
Did the store have a camera on the drive-up window?
I believe so, and our investigators are working to obtain that evidence so they can use that as they continue to investigate. All right, the Wichita Police Department continues to investigate the case of missing child, 5-year-old Lucas Hernandez. We are continuing to work with members of EquiSearch who have assisted us in the search for Lucas. We are continuing to ask for the public's help, but we are now asking if anybody has any information, instead of calling the tip line, to please call our Wichita Police Department detectives at 268-4407, or they can call Crime Stoppers at 267-2111. So if anybody has any information, we're still asking for that information. They can call those two lines, either one of those, get that information to us so we can use that information as we continue to investigate in hopes of finding Lucas.
Why did you guys change from the tip line over to detective/Crime Stoppers?
The tips have lessened as we've continued farther on into the investigation, and I believe that tip line is a tip line that we use in with our emergency operations center. So we continue to utilize that as we were continuing to get tips, and at this point the determination was made to close the tip line, but yet we still need and will receive information just through two different avenues, Crime Stoppers and our detectives.
If somebody calls the tip line, will they be able to get that information to investigators that way?
No, the tip line is not going to be monitored, and that's why we're asking everybody to call investigations 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers 267-2111.
You said that there had been a downturn in tips. How much less?
I don't have numbers, but just due to the we've continued to investigate, we're seeing our tips have decreased, but we are still asking for any information. If anybody has any, to please call us. Anything else this morning?
Do you have any update on the fatal accident from Saturday?
I don't have. I know, Paul, you put some information out on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we put some information out this weekend in regards to that accident, but I don't have any updated information from that.
Any names?
Not at this time.
And can you tell us the number of road fatalities?
I will get that for you. Anything else? Okay, appreciate everybody being here. Have a great Monday. Stay safe.